Hi guys, so I am here to do a review over the third episode of Monsters at Work. I absolutely love this show. There's going to be a non-spoiler section, and then I will tell you when we're getting to spoilers. So if you have not watched the third episode of Monsters at Work, don't worry about it. I'll tell you when we're getting into spoilers so you don't get spoiled. Let's get started with the non-spoiler section. Like I've already said, I loved this episode. I think this episode was so much fun. Seeing all the characters again, all the references again, was so cool, and seeing how everything is different because of now they're doing laughs and not up scares, and it's just so much fun, and seeing these characters interact again was so great. I love all of these characters, even the new ones, and it's so good to see the returning characters like Mike and Sully again, and hearing, I'm not gonna say who, but a name pop up, which I was not expecting to happen, and them talking about it was so good. I'm not gonna say who it is. I'll talk about it in the non-spoiler section, in the spoiler section, but oh my goodness, was I excited. So yes, I think this show is just so much fun. It's so cute. It yes, it's definitely meant for a child audience, but and I am definitely not the audience that this show was meant for, but I still love this show and I'm enjoying watching it, which I'm so happy that I am because I love Monsters Inc. and it's so much fun to see the old characters returning and seeing how they interact with the new characters from the show, and everyone's so talented in this. It's just, the animation's also really great. It's just such a fun show, and I would highly recommend it if you have not watched it. It's on Disney Plus. The first 3 episodes are on Disney Plus. I would highly recommend to watch it. It's so much fun. It's so good. The animation, the characters, just everything about it's great. Yes, it is meant for a child audience, but I wouldn't say that most of the time that you I don't feel like, for myself at least, I'm like, they're hammering in this child audience thing to the point I don't find joy in watching this. I really enjoy it, and I'm happy that they're making it so everyone can watch it. Yes, it is, you can definitely tell it's for children, but it's not one of those shows that just children can enjoy because it's dumb. So that I'm enjoying that. So I'm gonna get on to the spoiler section. So if you have not watched the third episode of Monsters at Work, leave the video and go watch it. You won't hurt my feelings. It's just fine. And then come back and we can compare our thoughts. And if the comments are on, make sure to tell me if our thoughts are similar, because I would love to hear it. So yeah, I'm gonna get into spoilers now in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. I am in love with the show. It's so much fun. And also, we got a thing that happened. This girl, Boo, was talked about. I'm gonna put her hood on. Yes, one of my mom's friends got this for me, and I love her. So, and you know me, I love Boo. My channel name is Boo and Roo. Like, yes, I love Boo. No questions asked. And when they were like, you know how it went with Boo, I was like, oh my goodness. And then they're like, you can't give it a name or else you'll get attached. And it just made me so happy. Because the plot of over this episode is Mike and Sully have to, a room got damaged, so now, Mift have to go repair it. And so they have to take the child out of the room so the adults don't wake up and notice it, and then chaos happens. So it's like Monsters Inc., where they have an actual child in the Monsters Inc. world and in Monstropolis. So and so they keep being like, Sully keeps being like, "Hey Mike, you told me not to do that with Boo, so I'm gonna poke fun at you." And they like take the child to a baseball game, and it's so much fun. It's such a fun show. And it like all of the little things that they talked about Boo, they were even like, you know what happened with Boo. They like even said her name, and they talked about things that happened to Sully with Boo, and it just made me so happy because I love her. I love her so much. And I didn't think they would do that. So I was really excited that they even acknowledged that Boo was a thing that happened. So like, I'm not expecting her to show up, but I'm happy they at least acknowledge that she exists in this world. Um, because I love her. And that was the main plot I enjoyed, but even the plot with the main characters with Miffed, where Tyler and Val become closer and we understand more of why she cares so much about college, and like how Tyler doesn't remember anything about what happened, but she cares so much. And yes, it was kind of cheesy. It was really cheesy, actually, but it was sweet. So, cheesy's okay. It's okay. It was really sweet in how she was like, no one ever like noticed me. No one ever like paid attention to me, and then you asked to sit next to me, and that meant a lot to me. Like, it was really sweet. Yes, it's happened before in other shows, but I think it was sweet, so it's okay. It's okay. And how they become closer now that they understand more of why she is the way that she is, and he actually remembered her, which like happens in every show that they do that, but it's sweet. It was a sweet little part and I liked it. But the Boo things were my favorite part. Um yes, it was so sweet though. I love this show so much. I think this show's so good. Those were the two main parts, with Mike and Sully taking care of the child, and then Val and Tyler taking care of the room and becoming closer as friends. It was really sweet, and it was a cool episode to see. It really helped the characters go along and helped my favorite character be recognized in this show, which makes me so happy because I love her. Um, Yes, Boo. I also have a Funko Pop. Let me go grab that. I think you've already seen it on the channel before, but I'm gonna grab it. Here she is. So I just wanted to show you that because she's great. Yeah, it was so nice to hear Boo being talked about in this show. It was, and like, even the part with Val and Tyler was just so much fun and helped their friendship really come a long way just in a short episode. These episodes are really short. So I wish it would be longer, but I completely understand because it's a kids show. And a kids attention span really isn't very big. So most kids shows, they're like 20 minutes, because if it was the length of like Loki, which is another show I was watching when I was watching the first two episodes. It's done now, but you understand what I'm talking about, which is like 40-50 minutes every episode. A kid's not going to sit through that. So I understand, but for me personally, I'm like, I want to see more of these characters. Please, please give us longer episodes, but I understand why with like kids' attention spans and things like that. The animation in the show is phenomenal. Especially for a TV show, because if you look back at other TV shows based off major properties that Disney has done, like Lilo and Stitch the series, I haven't watched that one the whole way through, but Rue really liked that show for a while, so kind of an idea. Like the animation style it's not bad, but you can definitely see the drop in quality from Lilo and Stitch. And I think that, like, the quality of both really is, of Monsters at Work really is great, especially for a TV show, because I wasn't expecting it to be very good. And I'm really happy that they're putting in the effort to make this as good as possible, because the animation is probably one of the most important parts of the show, and still making it seem like the original too, but also just putting a couple more TV show style things in there, because everyone looks the way that they did, just a little bit better, because technology has advanced so much since when the original movie came out. So I'm really happy about what they're doing with this show. I think, oh, I haven't even talked about the humor. The humor in this show, although sometimes I'm like, yes, this is the kids' show, there's never a joke I'm like, oh, we're doing this again. I haven't felt that yet, at least, which is something normally would happen by the third episode when I'm watching a show like this. So I like the whoopee cushion joke. I thought was gonna be that joke. I was like, oh no, 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 no. But it was so good, where they like blew up the whoopee cushion and sat it on the stool and just stared at it. And Mike was like, any minute, because he didn't know that you needed to push it down. And then like sat on it, and of course it did what a whoopee cushion would do. And then someone was like, "You killed it!" And then the episode ended, and it was so good. Like that's the kind of jokes I think are hilarious, and because they aren't doing what you're expecting them to do, and it was so good. Because I was like, oh no, we're gonna have a fart joke. Great. But that's not what they did. And I love that they didn't do that. And I think that, if anything, that shows that this show is not a show that just the target demographic can watch. Outside of the target demographic can still enjoy this show and find parts that they enjoy. So I think this show's so much cute and so much fun, and I love it. It's so good. Um, I think this, if I don't think the show is as popular as it should be too. So if you have not watched this show, I highly recommend it. Please go watch it. It's so fun, so cute, and I love it so much. You need to watch it. So those are my thoughts over Monsters at Work. If the comments are on, make sure to tell me your thoughts over it, because I would love to hear them. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I love you 3000, and stay safe. Bye!